Hey everyone, it's Dinkelberg64 here. I just wanted to make a quick tutorial on how to make a Star Destroyer, or how to start making your Star Destroyer. So to start making this as quickly as possible, I'm just going to quickly go over exactly what you need to do to begin your Star Destroyer, and this is just a very basic tutorial. So let's say that you're trying to make just a standard Imperial Star Destroyer. The first thing you have to do is consider the color palette. It's got a lot of very white and grayish colors, similar to the diorite block. So you're going to want to look for diorite. That'd be our first choice of color, and then the second choice of color is probably going to be to mix in a little bit of gray, but we'll talk more about that later. So the first thing that you're going to do, quite simply, is you're just going to start your shape. So a Star Destroyer is a bit fatter than some of the other Imperial destroyers, such as the Executor. The regular ISD is a bit fatter, but it's still not super fat. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw out a line here in Minecraft. And if you don't know how to do that, all it is just going back with a block and seeing how wide you want your line to be. Right? So that looks good to me. As you can see, that line kind of curves back nicely. Now, one thing to note is if, let's say, you have a different option. One thing I like to do is I always like to go back in even amounts. So, for instance, I'll never do something like that, because to me that complicates things a little too much, and we're not going to get into that right now. So for your starting Star Destroyers, all you want to do is make your blocks go back the same amount every time. So let's say you wanted to do a 1 by 1 line, it would literally just look like this, right? You would just go back 1 by 1 each time, and you'd figure out very quickly that that looks a little too wide to be an Imperial Star Destroyer. That looks more like Snoke's Star Destroyer, so it doesn't really work for us. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to take this, we're going to go like this, see how that looks, right? And of course we're figuring out our basic shape right now. And keep in mind, all of these are going to be built in 1 to 20 scale, so this would be going much further back. But the way you figure it out as to how big your Star Destroyer is going to be is you would just take the number that you find. So let's say that the length of the Star Destroyer is, here, let me grab a sign for you guys so you can see this. Let's say the length of a standard Star Destroyer is about 1,600 meters. Each Minecraft block equals 1 meter, right? So 1,600, and it's 1 to 20 scale, so you would divide that by 20, and you would come up with a number like, let's see, 1,600 divided by 20 would be roughly 80 blocks, right? That'd be about 80 blocks. So you'd figure that out because 1,600 divided by 20 is 80 meters, and each block in Minecraft is a meter. So it would be 80 blocks. So you would just take this 2, 4, 6, 8, and you would take that all the way back to 80 meters, and we will do that in the next video. But for now, I just wanted to show you guys the very basics as to how you want to get started, and the way that you want to get started is you just want to figure out your basic shape. It's really that simple. Just make sure you figure out your shape, how wide you want it to be, and how far back it needs to go. Right? So this is all about the 2 dimensions you're looking at. So the length is 1,600 meters on the regular Star Destroyer. We're building this in 1 to 20 scale. So you would divide that by 20, and it's 80. So it would go back to 80 blocks. And I'll go ahead and build that out for the next video. But for now, that's going to be it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be keeping up with this series. I'll probably post at least 1 video each day, detailing how exactly you want to build a Star Destroyer step by step. So be sure to follow along for that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye.